I'm starting. Good. Hello, guys. Let's get Jamboard, just in case. Where is it? Where is the Jamboard? Okay. Good. So today we are starting with, the synthetics. There's like there are concerns going around since Uniswap delisted synthetics assets. So me and Max, we already started back in last year. We already started to work on a new DEUS. I'm pretty sure everyone already heard about it. We will call it DEUS V5. And in that version, or from now on until that version, DEUS will be way more than about synthetics. Meaning that the narrative of DEUS is not about stocks anymore. It's not about stocks trading anymore. So what we want to achieve with DEUS V5 is a independent, like something like a clearinghouse. If everyone knows what a clearinghouse is, it is basically a financial instrument or like a financial institution that is, whenever there's someone buying a stock on one exchange, they're kind of like counter trading it or like buying the stock from somewhere else, and every day, I think, or every 2 days, they clear all the positions. So, and in DEUS V5, we wanna be something similar. So you will have the DEUS platform in the middle. Let's say, okay, this is our contract, right? So, and now there is a third party contractor, and he is using Muon in order to create any financial instrument that he wants. So he can basically use the DEUS contract and use his, like he can build his financial instrument in any programming language. He can use any language. He can use Python, C++, everything that will be supported by Muon, and Muon has the goal to support any major programming language. So everyone will be able to create its own financial products. So in the world of financial instruments, we have basically currently two situations. Okay, there is one situation where you have a lot of regulations if you go the official way. So in order to create a financial instrument, you will have a lot of regulations. CFDs, futures, everything. There is a lot of regulation. So on the other hand, there is people using, for example, blockchain to create financial instruments, options, and for what we did at DEUS V1. We kind of used Solidity and Ethereum and everything around it to create a financial instrument. Of course, we needed to build something different, an oracle that is off-chain, which led to the development of Muon. And based on that, we can now have a perfect symbiosis. Because here in the official way, you can use any programming language. So it's creating the financial instrument can be done however the person wants. He can use complex math, he can use complex programming languages, he can have very complex structure, architecture, and everything. But he has to solve all these regulatory issues. I would say that, for example, Binance would be also in this segment. You know, look, Binance would be also something that is more in that segment. Okay, and now in our lower segment, you will have a very rudimentary implementation of an exchange because there is a lot of limits. Let's say Uniswap could be one example, okay? So in the future, we want to merge this. So people can actually create financial instruments or exchanges or anything in any complex math or any complex structure, any complex architecture, built on top of Muon, together with blockchain and Solidity, how Muon works with the blockchain. And now developers don't have to think of ways how to solve what they want with financial instruments in Solidity, and without going through all those regulatory steps. So you will have the anonymity. You will be as anonymous as a blockchain developer, and your app will be completely decentralized, while being able to create it in a very complex way. So that is where we're going with DEUS V5. We want to open the world to. We want to open DEUS to the world of financial instruments creators, which could be brokers or math geniuses or market makers. There will be a lot of market makers will be actually the best customers. So you will have EVM, okay? You will have EVM. Then on top of that, you will have the Muon network. And on top of Muon, together with the EVM, you will have DEUS contracts. And not DEUS. Yes, you will have DEUS. And on top of DEUS, you will have any third-party creator, which could be a market maker. So market makers could create their own financial products. And we will also, what we also want to implement is something like a wallet, okay, what you install, and it will have your API keys to exchanges, so you will be able to automatically hedge your positions. So if let's say you have a financial instrument of Bitcoin long 100x, and someone is taking an order, buying it, and now you want to automatically hedge your position, meaning you will sell some Bitcoins. Not 100% sure if it's correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, you will do the counter thing on your exchange that you connected. So this could be done in an automized way, also through Muon and through our own wallet software. And then, based on that, DEUS will have very, very capital efficiency, meaning that a third-party contractor will only have to deposit something around 20% of the collateral, meaning a $100,000 trade taken by the trader would only need 20K. And don't fix me on that numbers. It's possible that it will be changed in the beginning, or it can be changed, but this is the goal that we have. We thought about it a lot, and this is actually how it could work. And this is also how traditional financial systems work. So there is only a very low amount of collateral. Wait, there is one picture Max created. Let me just search his chat. Yeah. So here you can see currently there's DEUS V3 with good models, mathematics pricing models, and high liquidity will be possible to have maybe a liquidity of 60%. Collateral needed, 60%. DEUS V5 will be going between 40 and 20. Because it works like that. So currently in DEUS V1, we had a over-collateralization rate of 750%. Okay? So if a user is buying a stock and it makes a 7.5x return, and he's the only player in the system, he will have all the collateral that people provided. In this future version, in version 5, a third-party contractor is only obligated to pay the actual profit of the person. So if someone is going long on BTC, he has a 100K position, and the third-party contractor only has to have 20% of that position open. And as soon as Bitcoin is rising and his collateral is basically getting lower, he has to refund his wallets by selling something on an exchange or wherever and putting it back to the contract. If he cannot fill up his contract, his debt, he will basically be liquidated. So yeah, in that sense, we have very, very high capital efficiency, while third-party contractors can hedge their positions and then later, or if needed, fill up their contract and their debt. So yeah, that is all we have today about V5. I think, yeah, there will be a lot more coming out. Like, we are preparing a Git book. There will be a lot more info coming out on V5 and how we imagine it, probably in the next weeks and months. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about the whole system, because this is actually the first synthetic system that can and will work without inflationary tokens, without using a stablecoin that is only backed by your own token, and without giving out the stock traders APY and all of those things that other synthetics platforms are doing. In DEUS V5, it will be all like peer-to-peer. While in the current version of like synthetics, let's take really synthetics as an example. In the current version, and it's also like that in DEUS V1, we always had like this, for example, with Coinbase, with the Coinbase IPO. We were like the DEUS DAO, or like users, I think, yeah, we also did like a vote on it, but users and the DEUS DAO and stakeholders and DEA token holders, they were like the people deciding what will happen to the Coinbase Pro IPO and how it will be migrated. And of course, a DEA token holder who is also staked in the vaults, who is basically the counter trader of the Coinbase IPO, he will vote for giving them less profit. So that is an issue, and it's also an issue with synthetics. I heard that they were closing positions when they were too profitable, or just closing out people. So, and I think it's also what happened at Robinhood, but I think it's way more complicated. But in a similar way, you have like Robinhood and you have like the traders, and it's kind of like they are trading against you. And with DEUS V5, we want to decentralize that so that every contractor has its own behaviors. And based on that, if you have the contractor competing against other contractors, in the end you will have a very efficient market, and contractors will do anything to become better than the other person. And then, if we have that system, basically Binance or anyone, any user could just copy the liquidity of Binance onto DEUS. Meaning he would create an account at Binance with his API key, he would hedge positions, and he would fill orders of traders on DEUS. It's kind of like a vampire attack on all markets. So every broker, if you are able, and this is something that the Radix founder in our interview, he realized that is like on Uniswap, everything is like on a decentralized platform, but there is still like there's still people taking like arbitrage opportunities on exchanges. So if the price drops on Binance, there are people like buying stuff on Binance and selling it on Uniswap. And with DEUS V5, every person in the world will be able to copy the liquidity of any broker he can register, or any exchange, or anything he can register. So he could register at the broker, buy, for example, or hold Tesla, and now he can open a position on DEUS or open an order that someone can buy a short on Tesla, and then he's like hedged, you know, he has like one long, one short, and no matter what the price is doing, he's like balanced. And if price is rising or decreasing, he has to fill up his debt position. So this is like a vampire attack on all exchanges. And we thought about it a lot. We thought about, okay, do we want brokers to actually be contractors? Yes, of course. We also want brokers and exchanges directly. But in the end, they could be shut down, or they could be like forced to stop working with DEUS. But if it's users actually doing the thing, like every user registered at Binance could potentially be a liquidity provider on DEUS V5. So it's impossible to shut it down. Impossible. So yeah, those were the things that we were thinking about, and we documented them in a GitHub, and they will all be live with the GitHub in next months and weeks. Okay, so now we're coming to, okay, are there any questions? Are there any questions about V5? Are there any questions? Yeah, hey guys. Yeah, I'm just reading the chat right now. Why not Twitch anymore? Actually, because we kind of wanted a fresh start. So yeah, and it's way easier because the video is, after it's live streamed, it's automatically uploaded. So yeah, way better. Yeah, no questions about DEUS V5, I think. It's probably like a super complicated topic. I'm pretty sure you guys didn't understand, maybe not did not understand everything I said. It was like I was going through a lot of sessions and thinking. I think I was like, together with Max, we were like discussing for 2 months straight every day. We were discussing those things. Yeah, the next point in the whole live stream would be the DEI token. So yeah, we can just, from here we can have a very good, man. Today I'm bored. Okay, so we have DEI. And how does DEI fit into that system? It's very easy. You will have to, every broker, every third-party contractor, everyone will need to use DEI as the liquidity token. Everyone will need to use DEI as the collateral. So DEI is partially backed with DEUS. So let's say we have, 100 million, or let's say 1 billion in TVL. There will be around, let's say, if there is a 20% ratio, there would be 200 million in DEUS that got burned, just for people using the system and having a market, or like trading on DEUS V5. Any contractor, his collateral needs to be in DEI, and also every user, his collateral also needs to be in DEI. So yeah, all of the TVL together burns DEUS. And even if a user is selling or making profit, the contractor still has to burn DEUS all the time. He has to burn DEUS all the time. So yeah, that is how we integrated DEI into the system. We thought about it a lot. We don't want to have like a fee on all the transactions. We want to use like a other way to implement our coins into the system. And we thought having our own stablecoin with a fractional reserve is the best way. It is the best way. Because in the end, a contractor, he maybe doesn't trust the whole system at the beginning. If we reach very high TVL, very high market cap, then also the collateral ratio will change. And it is a better way because in synthetics and Miro, the stablecoin they have is 100% backed by their own token, while in our system, it is backed by a major stablecoin. And which brings me to the next point. But you will have a 80% backing in a major stablecoin, or like those numbers actually floating. There will be, I think there will be an explainer coming out on Medium, explaining how the collateral ratio works in detail. But it's kind of like that. If the price changes, if there is more DEUS in circulation than then the collateral ratio changes too. So it's kind of like a health rate, how healthy is the system, and based on that it will take more USDC or more DEUS. So, and this also brings us to the next point, which is making Muon, making DAI together with Muon cross-chain. And this was actually one of the, like when it first came into my mind that we need our own stablecoin. When we started moving the synchronizer or DEUS V1 to many different chains, we realized that on every chain there is like a different stablecoin. You don't know which stablecoin it is, and it's very complicated. On every chain there is a different coin that is like the number one stablecoin. And we kind of thought that this was like it was even for us developers. We always had to do research, which is the stablecoin, what is, how is the supply, which one is the best. And so having one unified stablecoin on all chains where DEUS is deployed, which is basically our own stablecoin, makes everything a lot more easier. And together with Muon, we will have bridges that are working instantaneous. So you will not have to wait. Last week I was like bridging some Ethereum through the Binance bridge, and Ethereum I never received it. I thought I didn't know what happened. I checked like Etherscan, or Binance Chain Scan, and I even thought for a quick moment I analyzed all the transactions going into the wallet and out, and I thought did I got hacked? What happened? So the whole process of bridging with Binance was it was very uncomfortable. With Muon, everything will be in real time. So you will bridge your DAI on one chain and you will claim it on the other chain instantaneously. This is something that has never been done before in crypto. And the whole bridge design itself is also something that is very novel, I would say. Because you will have so normally when you bridge, there's different bridges. First of all, there is like a bridge that just mints the token on the other chain. For example, OmniBridge of XDAI. But this token on the other chain, he has basically zero liquidity. So a bridge is actually only as good as its liquidity. And if we, for example, let's check TorChain. If we check TorChain, and I don't know, I didn't check it for a long time, but last time I checked it, every time I checked it, you were kind of like, yeah, wait, no, I think it's this one. I think it's this one, yeah, swap. So yeah, let's say Binance to yeah, here I'm switching Binance to Bitcoin from Bitcoin chain to Bitcoin on Binance, and you see for 10 Bitcoins I'm only getting 6.9, so I'm losing 3.1 Bitcoin. Of course there are other implementations like AnySwap or multi-chain, but they also kind of like rely on a stable swap on the other side, where they can swap the any ETH to the Ethereum on that chain. So it is again, you will have slippage, and this is the way how it works in all of crypto right now. You will either have slippage for generalized bridges, then you will have like specific bridges, for example, Polygon bridge, where you can bridge the, for example, you can bridge USDC through the Polygon bridge, and they will kind of like give you the USDC of Polygon on the other side. But it's kind of like their bridge, and it's probably centralized, and it is not really a solution as we see with Binance, where all of this like kind of falls apart because they, I don't know, stop caring. I'm not sure. Binance is like, I think like Binance is at the brink of collapsing. I feel like nothing works anymore, and with all the KYC, yeah, doesn't like I'm not trusting Binance anymore. I'm not trusting them anymore. So there is like a slippage, a specific, or you will have no liquidity. You will just create a empty token on the other chain. Those are the things, because like the current designs are either centralized, if it's specific, have slippage because they require liquidity on the chains, and it's the same for Tor chain, it's the same for AnySwap, for anything, because they rely on exchange pair of any ETH and the other exchange pair on the other side. So what we did with DEI is something different. DEI is actually like a wrapped version of a stablecoin, the major stablecoin of that chain, or any stablecoin of that chain. So you can bridge DEI from one chain to another, one-to-one. You will get one DEI on the other chain, and you will then be able to redeem that one DEI on the other chain for a stablecoin, and then you will be able to use that stablecoin and buy anything if you want, or you will just hold your DEI. And this is like a completely different design, together with Muon's instantaneous finality. This will be the best bridging experience you will have in crypto. And we will start with Ethereum and Polygon at the beginning, also with the migration, something that I will talk about in a few minutes. And basically, this design is something I've never seen before, because you will be able to bridge one-to-one, and you will be able to redeem it without any fee. And DEUS in the background, the clearinghouse, will be checking that there is enough collateral and will be moving the collateral from chains to chains. In a future version, we'll be completely decentralizing it together with Muon. But this is how it works. So users will bridge DEI one-to-one and then can redeem their underlying stablecoin. And with that, you will have zero slippage. You will only have slippage selling the DEUS, because it's like 80%, or like some percent is USDC, for example, and some percent is DEUS, and you will be needing to sell the DEUS on a exchange in order to get 100% USDC. In future versions, we will be probably offering the bridge in a way so you can actually bridge USDC, or you can get USDC on the other side, and it's automatically doing all of those things. And you will get one USDC for one, you will get one, like, let's say you bridge one DEI and you will get one USDC on the other chain. Or like, with a little bit of slippage for selling the DEUS. And this is where the yield farms come into play. This is where the yield farms come into play, because now we have, like, this is the reason for the snapshot that we created, where we asked the community if they are willing to increase the DEI supply. We will be voting on how much we will be increasing the supply, but we will be giving out new DEUS tokens to anyone who provides liquidity and makes those bridges having the least slippage in the world. And this is also something that is very cool, because right now you have to understand, if we have 10 million in liquidity for DEUS Day on Polygon, because if we have a 90 to 10 ratio of USDC to Day, we will be having we will be having around 100 million in liquidity, because it will feel like having 100 million liquidity, because you will only have to sell that 10%. So for every dollar you bridge, you will only have 10% of an asset that has maybe some slippage when trading it. So based on that, if there's a 10 million total value locked, it actually feels like it's way more. So this is how we leverage the whole liquidity thing, by using a fractional stablecoin. And with that, we will create a completely new bridge. That's basically what we're trying to do, or what we're trying to achieve, is to have a bridge that actually helps you to bridge liquidity to any chain without slippage. And for that reason, we need liquidity providers. And that's why we were giving out rewards to them. Because only with the liquidity providers, this bridge or this bridging system will actually feel like you can bridge anything without slippage to any chain. This is the goal. This is, yeah, good. Users will, of course, there will be pools, or for example, a Uniswap pool, and people will provide liquidity to the Uniswap pool. That's how it will work. Okay. So there will be a vote coming up on the emission rate. Okay, we will vote on the emission. But we will also vote on a multiplier. And yeah, the snapshot will be coming up probably next week, I think. And there people will decide how much the DEUS will be newly minted, how big the APY will be for the staking contracts, and how big the APYs will be for the DEUS farm compared to the stablecoin farm. If no one, if people didn't understand it yet, there will be, on every chain, there will be two pools. There will be DEUS and Day. And for all people, this DEUS is actually DEA, meaning it will be the rebranded DEA. So there will be one pool, DEUS Day, and there will be another pool, and this is now, I just say USDC, but it could be any other stablecoin that is major on that chain, stablecoin and Day. So we need this pool for new people to enter, to be able to buy Day and sell it. And this will be this pool will have no impermanent loss. This pool will have no impermanent loss because it's a stablecoin pool. We can also provide liquidity on Curve or stable swaps, and there will be no impermanent loss. Of course, here in the DEUS Day pool, there will be impermanent loss. And together, those two pools will enable the bridge to work on any chain. So in order to basically to bridge anything without slippage, we just need that two staking pools and only incentivize those two pools, and it will work. And I think this is the least liquidity needing system for a bridge that I ever saw. So we've optimized it in a way so that it's very, very tiny liquidity. You can already bridge large amounts of money without any slippage. So yeah, what are the implications of a larger APY? It will be about like how much DEUS is minted. So if the APY is big, of course there will be more DEUS minted. But also if DEUS price is increasing, there will be less DEUS minted. So we create like a system where the APY is almost static based on numbers changing. Current DEUS liquidity, what are we doing with it? So there will be another vote coming up in a very short term that is about, everything will be very well explained in posts and blogs and the actual snapshot and everything. We will either vote on the emission, like one vote will be about the emission, and another vote will be about how the migration will happen. We want to do migration day as easy as possible, meaning our idea is we create a snapshot of all people's value and holdings, and then we will kind of like remove all the liquidity, remove everything, take all liquidity from Uniswap, from everyone, from Balancer, from Uniswap, everything where there's liquidity will be removed completely by the developers, so that no person can like sell or buy when other people are migrating, because then maybe there's no liquidity on one side and people can like sell or buy a lot of, they are very cheap, and there will be winners and losers. And our goal is to have a migration where everyone is just getting the same price. So there will be a snapshot and everyone will be able to claim his new DEUS tokens at a fixed rate. Yes. Yes. I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is all the points that we were writing down for the stream that we prepared. So now we can have like another. So you don't have to take any action now. That is the thing. Of course, you can leave the stake and yield. You can buy or sell DEUS. You can do some things to be in the optimum position when migration day is happening. But we want to do it in a way so that it's completely fair and no one has to do anything until migration day, and even afterwards. Migration day will have no end, meaning you will be always able to claim the tokens that you should be able to, or you should have. So there will be no timer, there will be no people will not have a time limit on when to migrate. So it will be completely open. So there is actually, you don't have to do anything. Of course, if you want to do something and get yourself in the position to, I don't know, profit the most or whatever, of course you can do it. But we, as the developers, will do everything in a way so it's completely fair. And we will be putting up a vote on Snapshot so that you users are giving us the permission to do what we need to do. Okay, are time tokens used for voting? Yes, they're still used for voting. In the future version, we will maybe do it a little bit differently, and we will go back to actually people being able to vote with their DEUS. Yeah. I think there is a roadmap somewhere. Yeah, I saw some, but I'm sure where it is. So yeah, will SDR to rebrand DEUS be a 1-1? Yeah, SDR to rebrand DEUS will be a 1-1 swap ratio on migration day, of course. I wanted to show. Oh wait. I wanted to show something here. So this is actually our current testnet and the test version. So you can see minting is already possible even with only one asset. Um, I think there is a mistake. There is a bug. Here also redeeming possible. There will be a zapper, so you can actually zap directly into the pool in one click. It will just do everything. You will automatically be zapping into the staking. So you can just come with your USDC and go zap into staking and be rewarded. And then we will have the farms. This is of course a placeholder. The real APY will be voted on, but it will be very simple. It will be very simple. Like in the beginning, you will just stake your tokens or zap into it automatically, and you will get rewards. Then there's also like the buyback and re-collateralize system, which is basically arbitrage opportunities. Whenever there's like an imbalance of the collateral ratio, people can take this arbitrage opportunity and get cheaper DEUS or cheaper USDC. I think there, like, we should actually have the possibility to, You can mint DAI with DEUS and USDC at the same time. Okay, it's collateral ratio 100%. I think that's why. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, this is the new system. The synthetics will be probably completely removed from the DEUS platform itself, in order to avoid. DEUS itself will only be the infrastructure, so other projects can build front ends on top. And there was already one user-created front end solution released by CoinLord. I'm pretty sure everyone saw it, which is like DSynths. And in the future, we will have more and more front ends so that it's even more decentralized. And DEUS itself is actually not offering any financial instruments that could be in any way or form problematic in the eyes of regulators. So, yeah. We can like create the best synthetics platform in the world while also be very compliant with regulatory issues, because DEUS itself is only infrastructure. DEUS itself doesn't offer any products to anyone. Good. Livestream is already, we were actually only planning for half an hour live stream, but there was a lot to talk about, so yeah. I will give another 5 minutes of questions, and then, yeah, we're gonna call it for today. So if there's any questions, are there any questions? What about fees when multi-chaining DAI from ETH to Polychain? Yeah, you will, if you claim on Polychain, you will. I'm not sure, we actually for Polygon we wanted to build an airdrop system, so you get the tokens sent to your wallet, so you don't have to claim it. But in a sense, Muon works like that. You have to do a transaction on one chain and then do the transaction on the other chain and pay the gas. We can, I was thinking about having a system where on cheap chains you will get we have a voucher and you will get a gas token. So yeah. How will the extra DEUS incentivized be sustainable long term? Will the new DEUS supply not dry up? I mean, if we achieve what we want to achieve with the bridge and people are actually using DAI to bridge liquidity, they will have to mint DAI, and by minting DAI, they will have to burn DEUS. So it's kind of like, with the incentive, we get people to provide liquidity, and with the liquidity, we make an attractive bridge, and with the attractive bridge, we are getting people to use it, which burns DEUS again. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle. Yeah. The name DAI is actually it has also something to do with Deus and God, and it's called Imago Dei, which means in the image of God. So yeah, the stablecoin will be in the image of God. That's what the DAI actually means. So is there a timeline we can expect for V2? Currently, no, there is no timeline, but it's coming very soon. As you saw, it's already developed and ready. What happens if everyone mint day and there's no more DEUS? I don't know. Good question, but DEUS price will be pretty high, for sure. Will there be a lock-up period? Will there be a lock-up period on new farms? Currently, we didn't plan to have any lock-ups. Yeah, like, there is no need for lock-ups. No, there will be no bridging fees. There will be only minting fees on the day. What other factors will affect inflation, deflation rate of DEUS besides the rewards of liquidations and the ratio of DEUS? Your vote, Jakub. You will vote on the amount of inflation, deflation. Yes, so your vote will vote on the APY, which is voting on the emission, and the demand for day is decreasing the supply. Also the demand for stocks on the platform. So it's kind of like if people buy day just as a stablecoin, it will decrease supply of DEUS. And if people are using day for stock trading or any trading on DEUS, also supply of DEUS will change or decrease. So the goal is like to have incentivize people to come and provide liquidity in the same way that it actually drives users and TVL and value that will burn DEUS. Yeah. Is it normal that I can access the testnet? Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Are there any bridging fees? No, I said it before. What? Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do another 2 minutes of questions, if there's any last questions, and then I'm gonna call it for today. Checking on Telegram, if there's some questions on Telegram. Yeah, I think that is we want to have a system with zero slippage and zero fees. Yeah. What will be the use case for Muon? I think that is a question that should be answered in a different call. But we will, DEUS will use Muon in a lot of ways, for the bridges, but also for the V5 design. The DEUS team and Muon team is working very closely together to create all of these DEUS applications, which are basically implementations of Muon. Yeah. Thanks, Ross. Thanks. Good. Yeah, we can. Good. Can you touch on the importance of minting more DEUS and why it sucked DEUS stop being inflationary? I think that DEUS kind of went into a sleeping state as soon as the APY dropped dramatically. People were very angry, everything that went wrong in DEUS, where people were angry about stuff or things that happened at DEUS, it was always about not enough incentive, not enough APY, not enough rewards, not enough this, not enough that, and it kind of it incentivized users to hold their DEA in the wallets and wait when the price is up to sell it. There was no flowing of liquidity because there was no incentive. New people were not incentivized to join the system, while old people were incentivized to hold the sell the bag. to someone else. So I think that having that incentive in like, we try to do it with stake and yield. We try to think of a lot of ways how to kind of like replace the incentive system based on minting. But I think that especially in the beginning of a project, it is very important that you have an incentive. I mean, Satoshi Nakamoto, he designed Bitcoin in a way that for 140 years, you will have an incentive to mine Bitcoin. And why should we do it any differently at DEUS? Yeah. So we want to attract people to actually provide liquidity. Because the liquidity will help attract users. Because with more liquidity, bridging will be without slippage. And if bridging is without slippage, there will be more users because they will want the bridge like that to bridge the liquidity. So, yeah. And then, of course, they will be used for all trading also. So, whenever there's someone buying a stock, he will also burn DEUS. So it's day and like the synthetics like thing that both burns DEUS. While, of course, there's new DEUS minted to incentivize liquidity providers. And this will be also done in a way so that at certain TVL ratios, maybe like if we say, okay, at 50 million, this is like enough liquidity, APY will decrease, until it's below it again. So we kind of have like regulators to stop or like diminish the inflation. Good, yeah. That's it. Good, great. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope there's like, why is DEI partially fractionalized, not entirely agreement? Because you're not why should you trust a new stablecoin, algorithmically backed? Like why should you, like, in a fractionalized stablecoin is the best way of implementing an algorithmically backed stablecoin, because you have only a tiny percentage that is algorithmically backed, and a big percentage at the beginning that is backed by a stablecoin that everyone trusts. Of course, if DEI is getting so big that it's actually bigger than the market cap of USDC, the ratio of DEUS to USDC will also increase. So you will be maybe at one point be able to buy DEI with 100% DEUS, or mint DEI with 100% DEUS, because there's so much DEI in circulation and so much people are trusting DEI that we don't need that stable coin anymore. But in order to achieve that, and that is actually it's very like, when we started with DEUS, we had so many ideas exactly about that. We wanted to have DEUS should be a stable coin from the start, and these were all questions that we had like in our minds, like how can we actually, in a system where we have 1 billion of total value locked and trading all the time and like 100 millions of volume, the stable coin will be stable by itself by all of the volume. But until we reach that point, there will be no trust and people will just sell it. Maybe. People will sell their DEI when they sell a stock. So until that, you will be able to redeem the USDC that is backed with. So that is the design, like that's why a fractional stablecoin, algorithmic, like a fractional stablecoin is perfect for our system. Good. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. I'm pretty sure we will have more live streams in the future again. Probably also in a very like rhythmic or like repeating scenario. So yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's the flippening. It's the flippening at 50%. I'm very eager to see that coming into reality and to kind of like bootstrap an algorithmically backed stablecoin from the ground. Yeah, okay. There will be an update on the timeline for launch of DEUS V4? I'm sure there will be updates. Yeah, 100% sure there will be updates. But they will come gradually. We will focus on one thing after another. Now we'll focus on the stablecoin, and then we will focus on V3, and then we will focus on V4, and from there on, we'll go to V5. Good. Thank you very much for joining. See you next time. Bye, guys.